Why does my face look so big? There we go. That's better. Facebook. What's up, y'all? I totally skipped you today. I was at the beach for hours. Let me back up. I'm here in beautiful San Juan, Puerto Rico. And I was at the beach, La Playa, today. And I was live for like, on my TikTok, I was live for like, I don't know, 2.5 hours. And I meant to get back around to getting on my Facebook, but I never did. I'm over here by the sports bar. Let me show y'all where I am. See if I can turn my camera around. Did I do it? Yeah, so anyway, I won't zoom in, but anyway, there's a sports bar and all this stuff over here. You can hear the music. Where I am is 3 blocks from the beach. I'm actually here hanging out with my daughter and my new grandson and my son-in-law. And yeah, so I meant to hop on and holler at y'all earlier in the day, but I didn't get around to it. The thing is, like, if you go live on TikTok, or if you're somebody who, if you are on TikTok, then catch me over here, you guys. Kara Ravel Scrittenton, or my other page is Team Pay Daily. So I really try to remember to come on over to Facebook and tell y'all, hey. So, hey, y'all. But I am doing, so let me back up in case you don't know me. In case you see me or we're friends, but you really don't know me because, you know, unfortunately, Facebook, they show, listen, I have 7,000 followers on this page. Then I have 5,000 friends, of course. And then I have a few other pages with like a few thousand people. When I tell you, and tell me if it's me, because I know it's not just me, I know it's everybody. TikTok, Facebook, why do you only show our stuff to like 15 of the exact same people every time, right? So it's a little bit annoying, and I like live, so I like going live. So if you're somebody who likes to go live, but you feel like if you're on Facebook and Instagram, you just don't get like any, you don't get a lot of interaction. I won't say none, but go on TikTok. Don't be scared. Listen, let me tell y'all something. If you were afraid of the Chinese having your information, hello, for those of you that don't know, TikTok is now an American-owned company. It has been since at least the beginning of this year. And if you were on the old TikTok, it's a lot different because the thing is now, because the Americans have it, specifically Oracle, y'all know America love my country, but you know we're all about that money. Hold on. See, this is a busy road, but I love it here. I love it here. So, anyway, just to go grab something to eat and a couple of items. But yeah, so anyway, so Oracle will take over of TikTok. Here's what happened, y'all. So if you're on TikTok, you're trying to figure out what the heck happened with the app. Once the U.S. basically got in, and once Oracle took over, they are all about money. So what they want to do, nothing wrong with that. The difference is, and this is what I tell people, is the biggest difference is that China, when TikTok's created for China, like most of the, if you look on the quote-unquote Chinese version of TikTok, is mostly people there for entertainment, education, or inspiration, right? So on the American side, because that's what they're about. They're not like trying to squeeze every penny out of the people on the app. Now don't get me wrong, That doesn't mean, look at, I love this little wall art stuff. We call it graffiti, right? Don't get me wrong, of course, all of these apps, you're in business to make money, bottom line, no matter what kind of business you have, even if you have a nonprofit, right? If your nonprofit doesn't make any type of income or money, then you can't stay in business long helping the people that you would want to serve. Okay, so, but because Oracle is, we're capitalists, right? So everything is money. And so every time now, you used to get a lot of reach on views and stuff like that. And it is a little harder because they really want you to pay. Hola. So they really want you to pay for engagement. Just like Facebook, it's the same thing. Like I said, I see the same 15 people on Facebook all the time. So what I love more about TikTok is that if you go live, they push your lives out to more people. So you're going to see, it's not going to push it out to your followers first either. It's going to push your live out to more people that are not already your friends. So people that are not already your friends or your followers are going to be the first people that TikTok pushes your information to. And that's good because especially if you're making a mistake of having a bunch of friends and family members follow you and getting mad because they don't want to buy whatever business or product or service you have. 9 times out of 10, they're just not interested in what you're doing, or they don't want to do it because it's you or whatever. I always tell people, it's like this. Think about Jesus, right? Not comparing me or anybody specifically to Jesus, but remember when Jesus, the only place Jesus couldn't do many miracles was in his own hometown. I'm just putting that down, but was in his own hometown. Everywhere else that he traveled, he could do miraculous things. And so he was able to perform some miracles, but not to the extent that he had been able to. I muted my microphone. I don't know, but I'm going to back up and say that part again because I'm not sure where I was when I muted my microphone. So anyway, the reason Jesus couldn't do many miracles in his hometown was not because Jesus forgot how to do miracles, right? He didn't forget how to do miracles. He still knew how to do miracles. But here's what it says. It says he couldn't do many miracles because of the people's unbelief. So you have to think about that when you're in business or trying to market anything, right? That sometimes people are not going to be interested for a number of reasons. One, it could be that it's just you. Oh, it's just Kara, or it's just, Jennifer, or whatever your name is, Robert, John, whoever. So they kind of will be dismissive, like, oh, that's just John, I know him. That's just Mary, I know her. That's just Susie, Kara, Bill, fill in your name. And so the same level of seriousness or whatever that they would give to somebody else, they may not give that to you. That's okay. Y'all got to be okay with this. You got to stop worrying about your friends, your family, your inner circle or whatever that doesn't want to do what you're doing. It's okay, because guess what? Here's what I know. You don't need those people. You don't need those people to do anything that you want to do. You can do it, right? So that's a little tip I'm going to give y'all. Just a few tips and then I'm going to be out of here. So since it's Sunday, we were to my homeboy Jesus, and y'all might think that's whatever, but God had a sense of humor. Remember when He created when Isaac was conceived? Jesus told them, well, not Jesus, but the angel told her that his name was going to be Isaac because she laughed. So God has a sense of humor, and Isaac means laughter. All right, fast forward. Okay, so that's the number one thing. Don't worry about your friends, family, inner circle, anybody who may or may not want to join your business, buy your product, support your music or your whatever you have going on, because you don't need them. The fact of the matter is, there are like 7-8 billion people on this planet, right? There's 5 billion with a B people on social media. So the fact that those few people you know, I mean, how many people do you really, really know, right? Maybe if you've met a lot of people along the way like I have, maybe you know a few hundred people personally, maybe 1,000 people that you know personally, but they're not like your super duper, all of them are not your super duper close friends. So don't worry about them. They just may not be. The second thing, it may not be that they're not doing whatever it is because of you, or they don't use your product, business product or service because it's you. It could be that they just are not interested in whatever it is you have to offer. For instance, I had a niece, and I love her, and she was doing a makeup. She was doing a makeup situation, right? And so she had reached out to me, and this is a while back, and she had reached out to me. She was like, "Aunt Kara, like, I can't get any friends or family or whatever to support me in my business." Okay, great. So here's the thing. Once you realize that everybody who's your friend and family may not be your target audience, meaning your perfect person, perfect customer, of course, motorcycle. Go ahead, motorcycle. So they may not be your perfect customer, right? Then you can move on with your life. So for instance, for me, I don't wear a lot of makeup. Like you can probably see, I don't have any makeup on. Like my eyes are dark. I have raccoon eyes. I've had them my whole life since I was a kid. My eyes are dark. I don't wear a lot of makeup because I love makeup and makeup doesn't love me. I really love eye makeup, but I always do this. And so I have allergies and whatever. So if you're selling makeup, I would not be your perfect customer. I may probably just buy a lipstick or something to support you, or a lip gloss, because I usually put on, if I do makeup, it's lip gloss and mascara. And so I wouldn't be your perfect customer. I don't really have a great skincare routine. I'm 62, y'all, so I'm trying to develop a skincare routine. Now, I know 62, I'm a whole Gigi. I got a grandbaby and everything. So, but I'm not the perfect customer for makeup and like necessarily a beauty routine thing, because I don't wear a lot of makeup. Okay, and I'm getting in line to get my skincare routine together, but I don't have it yet. So I wouldn't really even necessarily know like what product you have that I want to buy for my skin. Okay, that's number 2. You know what? It was really quiet when I was walking down the street. As soon as I try to make this, give y'all these 3 points, everybody and their mama wants to be out here beeping horns and whatnot. This is a really busy area. It's close to the beach. There's Airbnbs around here and all that. It's really beautiful. We're like 3 blocks from the beach. And so, yeah. But anyway, so here's the third thing. Why someone, your friends, family, acquaintances, close acquaintances, inner circle, may or may not want to buy something that you're selling, right? Business, product, service, doesn't matter. It's because you already got them to buy like 30 other things from you. This is really my favorite one, because I've been an entrepreneur since I was 5 years old. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have been having some kind of business or selling something or doing something pretty much my whole entire life since I was 5 years old, right? So if you want to know what I was doing at 5 years old to start my own business, go ahead and drop 5 in the comments and I'll tell y'all. But anyway, so 5 years old, started my own business. And my first business, well, my dad helped me, of course, because I was 5. Anywho, So I've been doing something. So from 5 years old, starting my first business, to creating a multi-million-dollar corporation, to having hundreds of employees. Prior to that, I was a director at the Municipal Tax Bureau of Philadelphia, right? Running like 3 shifts, 130 some odd people, under us, reporting to me. And so, man, so y'all may know me from the entertainment industry. I've done all kinds of things, music studios, Love and Hip Hop tours, Cardi B, the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta people, Cedric the Entertainer, national, international tour. So just a whole lot of places that people know me from. But let me tell you this. People may doubt you, and it's okay. I actually don't mind when people doubt me. It just kind of pushes me a little bit more, because I'm like, I know that you think that I can't do it, or you think that, whatever you think. And I'm a person, I guess I'm fortunate, you could say, to never have been a person that really cares what other people think. I care about what my mom and dad thought. I cared about what my parents thought of me, right? I care about what my kids think of me, as far as I want to be a good role model and example for my kids. And of course, I care what my guy thinks of me, right? Because, obviously you want your person to think well of you, right? But the rest of the people, I don't really care what they think of me. And even the people that I love the most, they don't have my vision. God did not give them my vision. This is a word for somebody today. Tell me I'm not preaching. Because God did not give them your vision. God gave you your vision. And the Bible says for you to write the vision and make it plain, so that all that see it will run to it. But guess who's got to see it first? You got to see it here first, and then you can see it in the outside world. But you got to see it in your head. You got to see it in your heart. You got to know that you can do it. You can do it whether you're scared, whether you're starting over, whether you're, 5 or 500, I guess. There's nothing stopping you but you. So I'm going to leave y'all with this. I'm going to pray us out real quick. But yeah, I'm over here in San Juan. I'm sorry I didn't take y'all to the beach with me. I took my TikTok folks over here. And we were really live for like 3 hours. So again, if you're somebody who wants to go live and you wanted to be engaged, please try TikTok. Take a piece of paper, because on the TikTok, there's a little circle there that tells you how many people are watching. So you may get either freaked out or discouraged when you see that there's nobody watching. Or you may get freaked out or discouraged when you see there's 500 people watching, or 5,000. Either way, take a sticky note, stick it over that thing. You never have to see the number of people. And just pretend you're talking to a friend. Pretend you're on the phone. You're, having a FaceTime, and you're just talking to a close friend. I'm telling you the same thing I would tell my kids and my friends. So don't worry about those people that don't see your vision. Listen, let them hate all they want. And sometimes it's not even hate. A lot of times, they don't think that you can do it because they don't think that they can do it, or they don't think it's possible, or they live in this quote unquote reality where they've got to see things before they believe them. Even though a lot of these people will tell you that they're Christians or religious and they have all this faith. Well, faith is, you ready for this? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, but the evidence of things not seen. So it's something that you're hoping for, you want to happen, you believe it will happen. You might not even believe it all the way. You may believe it that much. And you haven't seen it yet, but you still believe. Like Abraham, or whichever one it was. He hoped even though it was hopeless, he still hoped. And so that's what I want to tell y'all today. Don't let these naysayers, well-meaning, because some of them are well-meaning. It's like, remember that movie, The Five Heartbeats? One of my top movies. And Eddie King Jr., right? And his dad was like, finally when it came down to it, he was like, Eddie King Jr., if I don't remember, was the one that had the drinking, substance abuse problem, whatever you want to call it. And his dad was really a jerk. And then so one day, the dad said to him, he was like, why you never believed in me, man? Something like that. And the dad was like, because, son, you ain't gonna be shit, because I ain't shit. Can you imagine sadder words to hear from a parent? You can't be nothing because they were nothing. A lot of times your parents or well-meaning people, friends, or whoever, They feel like you can't do it because they couldn't do it, or they feel like it's impossible for them. Let them keep on believing it's impossible for them. Don't worry about all the negativity. Don't worry about the comments. Don't worry about who believes in you, who cares about them. Live your life on your terms. Do what you need to do for you, and let them catch up later. You know what? When I created that multi-million-dollar corporation, my family, my siblings, right, because they're awesome, and my parents, they really believed, like, you know, none of us knew it was going to turn into a multi-million-dollar corporation. That's just the thing. I said, we need to start this business because I'm tired of making everybody else rich. It's time to make ourselves rich. So that company used to be called 6K Systems. Now it's Crittenton Consultant. I'm Kara Crittenton. Hey, y'all. So, yeah, started that thing in my bedroom. I grew it, and then, you know, I walked away. Like, everything that looks good ain't good. That's all I'll say. That situation was not good for me. It was a toxic environment for me. And listen, everybody's different. People grow, people change, people do whatever, but it wasn't a good situation for me, and I had to walk away. And it was one of the hardest decisions in my life, as far as, of course, everybody wants the family unit to stay together, right? I grew up with my mom and dad and all that kind of stuff. And so I wanted that for my kids, but that's not what the plan was. That's just not how things happen. And so my kids turned out awesome. They're all grown. I'm an empty nester. I got one grandbaby. I'm a Gigi. But listen, my immediate family supported me, and they were like right there, like, what are you doing? We got you. We're here for you. And then, you know, on the other side, it wasn't quite as much as, I won't say it was no support. I come from a background of entrepreneurs, right? My grandparents, great-grandparents, mom, dad, aunts, uncles, cousins. I have a lot of entrepreneurs in my family. So I wasn't scared to start a business. I wasn't scared of any of that, right? And so I did it, and I stepped out on faith. Didn't know how it was going to work out, but it worked out. And so I walked away from all of that with my mom and my 6 kids, and my self-esteem intact, and I never looked back. It was really one of the best decisions I made, but it was hard. I had to start over. I had to figure it out. I stayed up late at night crying because I didn't know what I was going to do. A lot of things that were done that were really, really unnecessary caused more hardship than should have happened. So I went to bed many nights hungry because after my kids ate, there was nothing for me to eat. I wasn't sitting around whining like, you kids ate up all the food, what is mommy going to eat? No, we don't do that. We're moms, we figure it out. So I figured out, okay, I need to feed these kids, but I also need to figure out how mommy doesn't go to bed hungry every night. And so I figured it out. Fast forward, life moved on. Started working, more and more in the entertainment industry and doing all kinds of fun stuff like that. And I was behind the scenes. I was doing promotions and working with artists and managing artists and tours and all this kind of stuff. And it was great. But moved away from that situation because that business partner we weren't a good fit. Next, moving right along. So anyway, fast forward, y'all. I am now creating a multi-million-dollar business online. Hello. It took me 2.5 years almost, just about 3 years, to make my first million in that offline business. Now, that company, we made millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, okay? So when I tell you that this can be done, it can be done. But guess what? I'm starting over. And I love it because I'm doing everything on my terms, and I'm helping other people. Because see, when you have a business, like I said earlier, there's only a certain amount of people you can help. Think of Walmart. Even the busiest Walmart only employs a certain amount of people. They don't employ thousands and thousands of people in one Walmart store. So when you have one like offline business, you can employ a lot of people, but it's a lot of logistics. And this is for some of y'all that have businesses. Listen, I got you, because I will teach you how to market that thing so that you can make money really, really passively. But you still have to do the work. Now, this is the thing. You're not going to make money if you don't work. That's just the bottom line. The only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. That's one of my favorites. So anyway, y'all, that's it. I'm going to hop off here. So I'm going to give y'all your 3 reasons why your close friends, family, inner circle, whoever they're supposed to be, may or may not support your business, your vision, your dream, is because, number one, they may not do it just because it's you. Maybe they believe in you, but not really like that. Or maybe they're like, well, you've never done that before, so I don't think you can do it. And a lot of times that stems from them not believing that they can do it. Okay, so that's the first thing. Again, I gave you the analogy. When Jesus went to his hometown, he didn't stop knowing how to do miracles. He couldn't do many miracles because the people did not believe in him. So the good news is, in this day and age, you don't need not one friend, not one family member, nobody you even know to support you. On my TikTok page that I just made $422 the other day while I had this crazy cat head filter on my head. I didn't know those people. That was a brand new account. I have like one friend of mine that is on that TikTok account, right? So I didn't know those people, nothing about them, right? So that's number one. Number two, the reason people may not buy your product, service, or whatever is because they don't freaking need it. It's like, you're never gonna sell me a whole gang of Mary Kay or any other stuff, like, 'cause I don't wear a lot of makeup. Now, I am looking into a company that has makeup and skincare products and stuff like that, but that's just because I'm 62 now, y'all, and I need to get a skincare regimen. So I figured if I'm doing it, I might as well make some money in it. But it's not something that is going to be a full-time focus. I'm never going to be your person that's always got a face full of makeup, even though I like makeup. So I'm not your ideal customer. On the internet, though, do you know there's billions of women and men that like makeup, that love makeup? That's your customer, and I can show you how to find them, right? Okay, so number three, the reason your friends, family, inner circle, whoever may not buy your particular business, product, or service is because they might even go and buy it from somebody else. It's because they're sick of you and all the last 10 things that you did. And they're like, oh, because you thought it was the thing, so you told them, well, this is the thing, but then you found out, well, this is actually not the thing. It's okay. Again, this is why you cannot worry about what anybody else thinks of you. If y'all don't leave here with anything else tonight, understand the fact that the vision that God gave you was for you. Whatever God put in your heart, he will give it to you. He will give you your heart's desire. Not your friend, not your son, not your daughter, not your niece, not your nephew, not your uncle, not your mama, not your daddy. He will give you the desires of your heart. So you have to understand that. That will help you, and it will free your mind up so much to wondering why these people don't support me. They don't support me. None of my friends you feel me support me. Who cares? You don't need no people. You don't need those people. Think about how many friends and family you have that sell or do something that you're not interested in, right? Like they may do like put roofs on houses, but you live in an apartment. You don't need to use, Cousin Ray Ray's home roofing service because you don't have a house. Maybe Cousin Bebe sells soul food and chicken dinners and pig feet sandwiches and whatever, and you don't eat pork and you don't eat soul food. You're not her ideal customer. So don't take it personal. Just move on with your life. Okay, so hopefully that helps somebody. I will be live for y'all Facebook from the beach very soon. And if you're on TikTok, please follow me over there. I promise you, you will love it. If you go live and if you want to get more engagement, it's like the casino when you're live because there's so many things happening. There's bells and whistles and people coming in and out the room and just a lot of engagement. People leaving comments and chatting and all that kind of stuff. So it's really awesome. Okay, now I'm going to pray y'all out of here and I'll be back. See y'all on the beach. Okay, now if you're interested and you want to make money online or you want to figure out how to market your existing product or service, go ahead and hit the link in my bio. Oh, I'm doing that. This is TikTok, sorry. Somewhere around my page, there'll be a link. I'll actually try to put it in the comments so that you guys can go and check it out. See if it's for you. If it's for you, great. If it's not for you, then don't worry about it. But you'll never know if you don't try. Especially my Gen Xers and my baby boomers. Y'all got to get on it, doggone it. You're sitting here terrified of AI, but where are they going to take your job? Yeah, AI is going to take some people's jobs. So you need to have a plan. You need to have a backup. You need to figure out how to make stuff happen for yourself. Okay, now I'm going to pray us out of here. Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for these people. Thank you for everybody who's seeing this live right now and who will see it later. Lord, let them know that whatever desire you put in their heart, you put that desire there. They didn't just come up with it on their own magically. That desire was put into their heart by you. And here's the truth. If God gave you that desire, let them know that you will make that desire come to pass. Yes, we have to do our part. We can't just sit around acting like we don't have to do anything and God is just going to magically drop it out of the sky into our laps. That could happen, but it's not likely, because the Bible says faith without works is dead. So you can have all the faith that you want, but if you refuse to work to make it happen, it's dead. It's dead in the water. It's not going to happen. So Father, I just ask you to give these people clarity, to give them focus, to give them peace. Whatever situations they're going through, I feel like somebody is facing some kind of a housing situation. Let them know that it's going to be all right, Lord, that everything is going to work out for their good in the end. They have survived 100% of the days that they have been given on this planet, and they'll survive the next 100 if it's your will, and they can do this. All right, I'm praying for everyone, excuse me, everyone that has medical situations or financial situations or anything like that. Lord, bless them, keep them, bless their families, their children, their homes, their businesses, and everything else. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good night. Thanks. Leave me a comment if you see this later. Bye.